Oh, Hunter x Hunter. The heartfelt story of a kid who wants to be closer to a dad he has never met. Nah, who cares about that kid? We all know who we really watch the show for, come on now. In all seriousness, in this video I am going to show you exactly when Hunter x Hunter will be resuming. This is Wiggs, and welcome again to Anime Analysis. So how about where we left off in the anime? We left off after a new chairman of the Hunter Association was chosen. And Gon met his dad as well. Hisoka and Illumi have some interesting plans that are not fully revealed. Kurapika is sitting in sadness, Leorio is using his hilarious yet super awesome ability, and Killua is taking care of his sister. With all of that going on, I'm going to show you how much more material the anime has to use, but still has not made an anime adaptation of. So, here is a list of the full chapters of the manga. This is pretty simple. I'm just going to roll through all of this just so we know how much material we actually have that we can use here, which is pretty cool. So, starting up here, this is just an old volume that I don't actually think matters. This is just like a prequel kind of thing. I don't think I'm ever going to read this because I'm not a big reader, but it's there. This starts with the Hunter exam arc, Day of Departure, all that's here. We already knew this was all a thing. Let's see. The Zoldyck family arc starts here. That's 5 volumes in. Heaven's Arena arc begins. That's right before volume 6 when you learn about Nin and all that. Then we head to York New City. That starts at volume 8. And that does not end for a while. Then I think we move to, what is it next? Greed Island? Greed Island is next. That's in volume 13. Keep scrolling down. Greed Island really that long? I guess so. Chimera Ant arc starts at the end of volume 18, and it's going to go through 19. And this is where, yeah, this is going to be a long time. This is the longest arc the anime's had, and it is one of the best of all time. I had a lot of fun with that one. At the end of volume 30, the 13th Hunter Chairman election arc, this was the last arc they did in the anime. So we're going to keep looking now. And boom. Stillness was the last episode that we saw. Before they hit us with 2 filler episodes, Dark Continent Expedition. This was written December 28th, 2012. Guys, 2012. We had the beginning of this arc. But then there was a 4-year gap. And they didn't actually continue it until June 3rd, 2016. But the arc was finished by June 3rd, 2016. So you think about it that way. They have had at least 2 years to get this thing going so far. So, you know, has an even higher chance of being, what's the word I'm looking for? It has an even higher chance of coming out either the end of this year or next year because they've had all this time to do it. So then we have Succession Contest, and that goes all the way down here. June 26, 2017 is when the Succession Contest arc came out, and March 6th actually of this year is when they released it. I believe this is the English version, so that's pretty cool. Which means that we now have Nen Beast, which is volume 35, which continues this arc. And this was released February 2nd of this year. There is no English version currently, so a lot of different things. Obviously, we know that the hiatus of the manga is over, so now we can look at see when the anime is going to come back. And I think if you ask me, all of these things show us that it'll be back either the end of this year or next year for sure. So 2018, maybe winter, potentially fall, and probably no later than the end of 2019. I think it's the best guess for sure. Of course, if you are not me, you can just read the manga. I'll leave this website in the description below so you guys can read whatever you want and look at it yourself, which will be pretty cool. Other than that, thank you, everybody. You guys were fantastic for watching here today. This is Wiggs for Anime Analysis, and I will see you next time.